Okay, yeah. Okay, so starting with the sorry. Okay, starting with the aorta, we're gonna do the arteries first. Aorta runs right out of your heart, so that's the aorta, and this little arch is your aortic arch. You can call it either aorta or aortic arch. Aortic arch splits into three arteries. The first one is called the brachiocephalic artery. Second one's left carotid, left common carotid, and then left subclavian. And on our sheet, it's listed like this: brachiocephalic, left common carotid, and left subclavian. Okay, now under the first one, which is brachiocephalic, you have all these underneath them, so we'll go with that. Brachiocephalic goes into the right common carotid artery, and then it splits here right into the subclavian artery. And the vertebral artery is this little red artery that you can barely see right there. And then, okay, right after the subclavian, you have this one, which is the axillary, goes right into your armpit. Axillary artery, and then the right brachial is where your brachii is, and then that goes down to your right radial, which is on your radius, and then right ulnar, which is by your ulna. Okay, and then back over here, so the left common carotid just goes all the way up. The left subclavian splits into the left vertebral, which is right here in the corner that you can barely see. So both left and right are like in the corner. And then the left axillary, where your armpit is, left brachial, and then the rest you can't see on this model. Then you have the descending or thoracic aorta, which comes right out of your heart. So you can't see it because the diaphragm is covering it. The intercostal arteries, it's on the other model. Celiac trunk is right here. This is your celiac trunk. And then it has your common hepatic artery, which is right here, and your splenic artery on this side, and then the skinny one is your left gastric artery. Then we have the suprarenal artery, supra meaning above the renal, so it's right above the renal on the cortex, this little skinny one is the suprarenal artery. Then the superior mesenteric artery is right here, and just like superior will have an inferior, the inferior mesenteric artery is right here. Then we have this renal artery, which runs right into your renal. Renal is kidney, so it's going to be this one. And gonadal artery, back on this model, is this one. Gonadal artery right here. Then we have the abdominal aorta. This is the abdomen, so it's the abdominal aorta. Above here it was the descending aorta, now it's the abdominal aorta, which splits into the common iliac artery right here, this little upside down V. And then that V splits into the internal iliac, which goes inside, and then the external iliac that runs outside. Then we have the deep femoral, which is right where the femur fuses, is the deep femoral artery. Going down, we have the femoral artery, which runs right next to your femur, or this one, as you can see. Popliteal is behind your knee, so this one shows your artery right behind the knee. That's popliteal artery. Anterior tibial means above, on top of the tibia, so right here it's in front of the tibia. Actually it's in the middle, but that's anterior tibial, and then the posterior tibial right behind it. And that's all the arteries. Going to the veins. From the heart, you have the superior vena cava, this top one, which branches out into the right brachiocephalic and left brachiocephalic. The left is longer than the right. Right one goes to jugular. This is your jugular vein, and your jugular has an internal and an external. Internal is this one, external is the outside one. Then we have the right subclavian, and then we have the right axillary. So this is like parallel with the veins too. So arteries and veins. Right axillary vein, right brachial vein, and that's all they had on there. Okay, and then going to left brachiocephalic. The left brachiocephalic has the internal and external jugular. Left subclavian, you can't see the rest on here. The zygous and the hemizygous. Zygous, we don't have a model for it. The hemizygous is on that brown model, and it's a vein that runs down on your spinal cord, on the back. Yeah, in the back. Okay, and then we have the inferior vena cava, which is the bottom one, goes down. Hepatic vein, is... Where's the hepatic vein? I think that's the hepatic vein. Yeah, it is the hepatic vein. Suprarenal vein, it's not on any of the models in the pack. Renal vein. Can we stop now? The rest is actually, it's the same thing as your arteries. It's just the blue ones, right?
Okay.
Right over there.
Thank you, ma'am.
I didn't know you were going to do that. I was freaking videos myself.